Creating a nice looking store, picking a perfect product is all easy in comparison to actually marketing your product and getting sales. That is why everybody always tells you how to make a perfect store and all these things. The truth is, it doesn't mean anything. Your store is useless if you don't know how to drive traffic to it. A few weeks ago, I told you on Instagram to send me your organic videos to me, and I'm gonna review them in this video today. And I tried picking videos which just have common mistakes in them, which all of you guys are doing. In this video, you're gonna get actionable steps on how to go viral and get more people to buy your garbage. This one is actually not that bad. However, in reality, it does kinda suck. So in the beginning here, I like the pacing. I like how everything here makes sense. Like they go in the car, it's date night, you plug in the thing, you have the power bank, you have snacks. All of these things all make sense and they lead up to a pretty decent start for the story. But then a huge mistake is done, which is basically that everything after second 5 is just clips of different shows and showing the product. And that's basically it. There's nothing else really going on. And the only thing which is written on there is mini car cinema. That is not enough. What I think is that we need to set up a little bit of a better storyline. And you would have to think maybe of the main pain points which people would have to actually use this product and things like that. So for example, to make a little bit of a deeper story here, what you could do is saying something like, every Saturday I go over to my girl's house and we have a movie date night. But today her parents were there and we couldn't do it in the living room. So because of that, we decided to do it in the car. And then you basically show how you set up the whole projector, have the snacks and do everything and just build a little bit of a better story across the board. And this just makes it a little bit more interesting. It's very niche related because it's for couples. They cannot do it in the living room already implies something sexual and there's going to be a bunch of comments about that. You just set something up where there's a little bit of extra spice in the story which makes it more interesting, more relevant in the niche and just makes the video more entertaining overall. However, I have to mention here, this guy definitely already knows a little bit of what he's doing. Like this is not a completely terrible video, and trust me, some of the next videos I'm going to show you, they are 1,000 times worse. And again, I have to emphasize here, this one is decent, okay? I'm just saying that there's still tons of room for improvement, especially in the ending part where just saying mini car cinema, that's just not enough. You have to have more of a storyline, more differences in the clips and more extra things. Alright, so this video is trash. It sucks. It's horrible. Let me just start out with one thing. Unboxing videos in general are usually not entertaining enough to just hook somebody in comparison to other videos while they're scrolling. I understand the point of unboxing videos, which is you build up suspense and people should be curious of what's going to be inside. But in this case, it's just not enough and you're not entertained enough to just not scroll further. On top of that, it just says, you find yourself a genius. I don't understand what this means. I don't understand what the point of this sentence is. However, I can tell you that text hooks matter a lot. And if you just say something random, just better say nothing. Every time you do something, it has to add to the video. It needs to have a purpose. This does not serve any purpose whatsoever. Now, on top of that, this product overall, I would say kind of sucks. And the soap dispenser would probably be something for like younger girls who basically think this is super cute. Now, the problem is there was nothing that conveyed that this product is for younger girls. Nothing about this video grabbed the attention of younger girls. Make sure that the niche understands you're talking to them. If you just have some sort of basketball product, that's not enough. You need to talk about basketball. You need to have maybe some NBA poster in the background, maybe some NBA game playing on the TV in the background, something which just connects with the niche. Here, nothing was done. And you just need to ask yourself what kind of controversy would be relevant in this niche, because here, nothing controversial about this video, nothing interesting, no extra thing which makes this product or the video cool. And then in the end, this whole link in bio thing doesn't make sense whatsoever. First of all, if you go to his profile, he has like 3 followers and no link in bio. bio, so this doesn't make sense in the first place. People just instantly realized, all right, this was an ad, this is not good. Even though, don't get me wrong, there are some points where selling makes sense because obviously you want to sell. This is not it. In the very beginning, before you even went viral or anything, you shouldn't be trying to sell whatsoever. And this blatantly obvious try to sell is bad. So overall, horrible video, 0 out of 10, really bad. I don't even want to show the whole video because it's so boring and the video sucks. What's bad here? Number one is the very first sentence, which is this projector is going viral on TikTok. It's not saying anything. Like, so just saying projector is not entertaining. On top of that, again, the unboxing thing visually just looks really bad. This visual light in the background, it makes the shadow look bad. The lighting overall is really bad. And also this guy, he misses the cool part about the product. Why is this product going viral on TikTok? Because of how it looks, like what this product does. So how it looks in your room and projects something onto the wall. Well, this is the main reason why this product is going viral. But it's not the product itself, like the look of the product or how you plug it in and all these things, like how you spin the wheel. These things are not why this product is going viral. It's not connected to that. And overall, this video just doesn't spark any emotions whatsoever. What you need to convey here is the emotion of sitting in your room and having a super cool looking projector and streaming something extremely good, maybe even something where there's like a passionate audience, some series which is very broadly known or something like that. Even here in the beginning, it's all just one clip and it's very static. There's no movement, there's no change in clips, and you need to make sure that every few seconds there's some movement, either the camera or the product or something new happens, so you keep viewers engaged. And then the very first time you actually see what this product does, it's just a horrible transition, one of the worst ones I've ever seen. You can literally see where the clip is paused and then starts again, and it's just a night and day difference to viral videos, which did go well here. If I can put some example here, the transitions are just so much better everywhere else. And how you should generally be doing transitions is just with movement. So you move in the product and move out or something along those lines where you mask the cut. It cannot just look like a one clip and then the next clip. It has to look very smooth. And then he puts his Pornhub logo thing, which is just not good controversy whatsoever here. This is not adding on top of the product. It's not relevant to this niche here. And I would definitely not advise doing something like this on this product. And the last big problem here is that it's just too many clips. It's just too long. It's almost a 30-second video. And in the end, it's just showing different clips of the same thing, just showing the projector over and over and over and over again. And it just gets so boring. All right, let's look at the next one. Alright, so this is pretty good in terms of virality. Not only it's funny, but it's very good timing because the guy cut the video right when it falls and it's just like almost the last second, and because it says works so good, everything just makes sense, and I like that a lot about this video, and that's also why this video went viral. However, let's get into the negatives. Even though just the product by itself is bad in terms of converting, this entire video makes it really bad in terms of conversions. You show the product in a very negative light, and the good part about this video is very negative for the product. It slips off, showing that the product is basically useless and it doesn't work good at all. And this is just going to ruin the entire conversions of this product. This product overall is converting bad, but he actually tries to make a good use case with taking the pizza out of the oven, which is the only possible logical scenario where somebody might need it, where again, like you don't, because you can just take out the tray. But even with that in mind, this is the only possible scenario where somebody might actually think this is useful, and then it was ruined by showing the product on a bad night. So definitely good video, good idea, but it's obviously not going to make money. This one is a pretty interesting one because the idea of the video is actually pretty good, but he fails in execution. I like the idea of this whole prototype thing, and I also like the thought of using a sock which you put in the Crocs instead of the cozy one. I would use a bigger sock here and not make it look that weird where he goes over it and it just like doesn't look real. I would definitely try to actually make it look like it's gonna fit the Crocs, but in reality there's two major flaws with this. Number one, he's not using Crocs. He's just using weird spin-offs of Crocs, which is really really bad. This is an engagement killer. This product is relevant for people who have Crocs. There's definitely a niche for that for people who like Crocs, use Crocs. This guy was just cheap about it and lazy because he used the slippers which he had around his house and didn't buy actual Crocs for the video. This is a prop which is very needed if you are selling Crocs products. You need to try to resonate with your audience as much as possible. And also, he just shows the product being put in and it does look pretty cool, but then nothing happens after that. He doesn't wear the Crocs, he's not walking around the house with it, and he's not showing how cozy and warm everything feels. He's not even trying to attempt that this might even be a replacement for floor heating or something along those lines, which actually would make all of this cooler. Also, ideally, you would have to have some sort of like winterized version of this. Maybe you see in the window how everything is full of snow, it makes everything cozy. Maybe you even have like a fireplace, and you just try to go all out in showing on how cozy these things are. Last thing is, this is a girl's product. You can see by his weird hands, it's not a girl. And you have two mismatches, which is not using Crocs and not being a girl. This video, by default, is going to perform much worse than everything else. And by the way, don't get me wrong, and I know some guys who are pulling off girl products without being a girl. You can maybe put on some pink socks or some girly things, which is going to make your feet and hands look more girly and still be a guy. Okay, so this is definitely possible, and I've seen tons of people pull it off. Just have to be a little bit more creative with it.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that.
This is another bad video because he just waves it around and then slaps it on the window, which might be a fine hook, but you need to also have a text hook to just explain what's going on here. And you need to have some sort of sentence which is going to make the whole thing make sense. Also, this entire video comes across not native to TikTok or Instagram or any of the platforms because it looks like a Chinese supplier video. Like if you look at it, he's just showing the product in a very generic and plain way where it's just like weird emojis, a troll face, you mad bro, things like that, which are so basic and outdated. It just looks like a 40-year-old tried to be on social media. I think you understand what I'm talking about. There were some of them which actually made sense. For example, where it says like wanted or the police thing, which might actually make sense if you package it well. But you need to make sure that you actually put in the extra effort. If, for example, you have the one which is talking about the race, you would have to have two nice cars which are like next to each other and it actually looks like a race. You would have to make it look real. Somebody, for example, cuts you off and you're filming it outside of the back car and then basically shows you the middle finger out of the thing. This would actually make the video look way more native and real, and that would make it all cool. Because the point what you want to bring across is, again, you want to entertain people and not just show off this product by itself without any context. Now here, because it's a text which you can insert, you could go way more controversial. I've seen a guy literally putting the N-word on there and just being way too controversial with it, but this is something which is definitely going to spark emotions. Now, I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying put something in there which is actually going to spark emotions of viewers and is going to make the product look more native. Put in extra work. This is a product which needs a lot of extra work being done. Number one, finding out what to customize. Number two is setting up real scenarios with maybe even multiple cars where it's just going to look more realistic or more professional better. So this one is probably the worst one out of all of them so far, because with this one everything is just off. Like the text hook here, for example, just saying the product name and then 2 exclamation marks with this mind blown emoji doesn't make the hook crazy. It's still saying nothing. You have to actually make a good point and have a text hook which is gonna hook people and not just say what this product is. Also, everything is super static. You opening the box, taking out the product, all of that is basically just one clip. You need to always put in movement, have separate clips. Every 2-3 seconds, you need to have a separate clip with a product like this. And then literally only in the last 2 seconds of the video, he even shows that the product might be functional. So it's actually a functioning phone. This is extremely bad. How he should do it, maybe unbox the phone, show it for like a second or two, and then show the use case of the product. What's the benefit of having that small of a phone. Just unboxing the entire video sucks. Now, getting video reviews is one of the most valuable things you can ever have. And this is something we do literally on a daily basis. Me and my team, literally every single day, that's all we do. We look over our students' videos and we tell what's good, what's bad, what to change, and just small little details which are very difficult to catch in the beginning, but are going to start being very natural later on. If you also want to not only get your videos reviewed, but also your products, and just get us making sure that everything you do is on point, that you test the right products, that you have only good videos, and every time you do a mistake, we're just going to instantly correct it because we see the mistake right off the bat. Now again, if that's something interesting to you, click the link below, sign up for a call. We're going to see if everything is a good fit, and if yes, we're going to start working in a mentoring program where we're just going to do all of that on a daily basis together with you. I have an entire team which consists of all of my top students who all are extremely good with organic content, and it's just going to be us looking over the products and videos you do and telling you what to change. Click the link below and I will see you soon.